number of Starlink satellite systems has reached 12,000. This huge satellite network will cover the whole world, provide users with high-speed internet services, and further promote the process of digitalization and economic development. However, the United States does not seem to be satisfied with the current number of satellites, but is constantly advancing the satellite launch plan. According to the plan, the United States will launch about 30,000 satellites again in the future, bringing the number of its satellites to about 42,000, which will further consolidate its dominant position in the global satellite field. The large-scale launch of satellites by the United States will undoubtedly put enormous pressure on the utilization of low-orbit Earth resources, which makes people very worried. However, there is another aerospace power in the world, and it is China. According to statistics, China launched 38 satellites in 2019, ranking third in the world, second only to the United States and Russia. In addition, China is constantly promoting the development of satellite technology. For example, in 2018, it successfully launched the Chang'e 4 probe, which achieved the first soft landing and patrol detection mission on the far side of the Moon. Unlike the United States, China's satellites pay more attention to the sustainable use of resources and environmental protection. For example, China's BeiDou satellite navigation system uses self-developed satellites instead of purchasing overseas satellite equipment, which not only reduces costs, but also improves the country's technical independence and controllability in the field of navigation. But maybe you are wondering a question like me: why have both the United States and China started planning large-scale satellite launches in recent years? We all know that the number of satellites that can be accommodated in low Earth orbit is limited, and it has now been confirmed that the number of satellites that can be accommodated in low Earth orbit is about 50,000. If the United States launches according to the original plan, the number of satellites they will launch will reach 42,000, and the occupancy rate of low-orbit resources will exceed 80%. This means that it is impossible for other countries to reuse low-orbit resources. Under such circumstances, all countries must seize the opportunity as soon as possible. After the US satellite launch is completed, they have lost the opportunity to launch. To this end, Beijing, China announced a GW satellite project costing 100 billion yuan, the main content of which is to launch 13,000 satellites in the next 10 years. This plan can not only further strengthen its position in the aviation field, but also allow the world to see China's high level of development.